Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 7. Brian is basically his twin, and we will see Floyd's grin every time we look at him, shared daughter-in-law Tracy Robbins. I will miss his humor, his stories, and his F-bombs. Floyd Levine brought that same wit and warmth to every role he played, on and off the screen. With a career spanning more than 60 years, he turned even small roles into unforgettable moments. He passed away peacefully at the age of 93. Floyd's face may have been most familiar from roles in classic films like Death Wish, Norbit, and The Hangover. He had a knack for playing figures of authority, judges, doctors, and cops, but always with a human touch. Whether he was the desk sergeant in Death Wish or the tailor in The Hangover, he gave each part honesty and charm. Born in New York City, Floyd's journey through the world of acting started in the early 1960s. Over the decades, he appeared in nearly 100 film and TV projects. TV fans will remember his appearances in shows like Hill Street Blues, The A-Team, Columbo, and Cagney and Lacey. He didn't always play the star, but he always left an impression. What made Floyd truly special wasn't just the work he did, but how he did it. Co-workers remembered his quick wit, his love of telling a good story, and a playful streak that never faded. He made people feel welcome, whether you were a crew member or a co-star on set. He was also deeply rooted in family. His son Brian Robbins carried on his legacy in the world of entertainment, rising to lead Nickelodeon and Paramount. Floyd took great pride in Brian's success, but even greater pride in just being dad. Though the cause of Floyd's passing has been described as natural, the loss still feels large. His family, friends, and fans all feel the absence of his laughter, his warmth, and that signature smile. His legacy lives on in the stories he told, with words, with looks, and with heart. Tributes to Floyd Levine. Number 6. Some moments define a lifetime, others, an entire industry. At just 24, Joel Sill helped craft the soundtrack for Easy Rider, a film that would forever change how music speaks through cinema. It was the beginning of a remarkable 5-decade journey. Joel Sill, who passed away at 78 after a long battle with pulmonary fibrosis, redefined how film and music connect. He saw soundtracks not just as background but as characters of their own, shaping story, mood, and memory. His legacy includes over 150 films, with unforgettable sounds behind Flashdance, Forrest Gump, Blade Runner, The Goonies, An Officer and a Gentleman, and many more. He didn't just pick songs, he unlocked emotion. From the rock anthems in Easy Rider to the soaring melodies in Castaway, Joel knew exactly how music could move an audience. Born into music royalty in Santa Monica, Joel followed in the footsteps of his father, Lester Sill. But he forged his own path. After graduating from UCLA, he entered the business through Big 3 Music and Dunhill Records. Sharp instincts and bold vision helped him become one of the most respected music supervisors of all time. Joel had a gift not just for finding the perfect track, but for mentoring others and giving back. He worked closely with filmmakers and artists, elevating every project with care and precision. Off the screen, he supported animal rescue alongside his wife, Kimberly Sill, who leads Shelter Hope Pet Shop, a cause close to both their hearts. Colleagues praised Joel's quiet influence. As one tribute shared, he didn't just choose music, he chose the heartbeat of the film. His impact echoes in every note of the soundtracks we love. He brought Madonna's music into film, made Flashdance What a Feeling unforgettable, and helped Forrest Gump's journey feel timeless. Joel Sill is survived by his wife, Kimberly, his brother, Lonnie, and a world grateful for the stories he helped score. He may have left the stage, but his music plays on, in theaters, in homes, and in our hearts. Tributes to Joel Sill. Number 5. He was very humble. He never ever talked about himself. He was just a great friend. These heartfelt words from fellow Buckeye and friend Gary Rapella say so much about Alan Horniak. A quiet legend, a fierce competitor, and a gentle soul, Alan left a mark not just in the world of basketball, but in the hearts of all who knew him. Known to fans as the Bel Air Bomber, Alan rose to fame not by chasing the spotlight, but by earning every ounce of it. At St. John Central High School, he rewrote the record books, most memorably with an 86-point game that still stands as the Ohio Valley's single-game scoring record. Over his high school career, he poured in over 2,300 points, averaging more than 40 per game in his final 2 seasons. At Ohio State, Allen became the heart of the Buckeyes' offense. Sitting out his freshman year under NCAA rules didn't slow his rhythm. He led the team in scoring each season he played, including a stunning 37-point effort against rival Michigan. He helped drive Ohio State to a Big Ten title and earned 2 All-American honors for his incredible skill on the court. Drafted by both the Cleveland Cavaliers and Indiana Pacers in 1973, Allen had his pick of pro basketball dreams, but he chose instead to stay rooted in what mattered most: his family, his community, and a quieter kind of greatness. Off the court, Allen's humility shone just as brightly. Friends recall a man who never sought attention, who supported others quietly and gave back generously through mentorship and community service. He inspired future athletes, not by bragging, but by being present, listening, and leading through kindness. Alan Horniak passed away peacefully at the age of 74. His death, following a brief illness, has left a deep sense of loss in Bel Air, the Ohio State community, and among basketball fans who remember his brilliance. Though the cheering crowds have faded, Allen's legacy will continue, in record books, in memories, and in every young dreamer clutching a basketball, hoping to soar like the Bel Air Bomber. Tributes to Alan Horniak. Number 4. Maurice Templesman was a bridge builder whose heart and mind shaped a better future for many, President Bill Clinton once said. Those words carry special weight now, as the world reflects on a life defined by quiet strength, strategic brilliance, and unwavering generosity. At 95, Maurice Templesman passed away peacefully. His journey began in wartime Belgium and led to the highest circles of global influence. As a boy, he fled Nazi persecution with his family, arriving in the United States with hope and resilience. By 16, he was already working in New York's Diamond District, learning the trade from his father. That early hustle became a lifelong drive. He built one of the most respected names in the diamond industry, navigating complex negotiations in Africa and helping shape fair global commerce. His work played a vital role in developing economies in nations like Angola, Botswana, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. But business was only part of Maurice's story. He devoted himself to causes that mattered: global health, education, diplomacy, and the arts. A trusted advisor and close friend to presidents and world leaders, he moved through political and philanthropic circles with calm intelligence and grace. Perhaps most personally, he was the steady presence beside Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis for many years. Their partnership was known for its deep bond and mutual respect. Maurice carried himself with intention. He listened more than he spoke, forming genuine connections that sparked progress. Whether advising governments or guiding nonprofits, he lived by values that brought people together. Those who knew him speak of his quiet wisdom and deep-seated empathy. He didn't seek headlines. Instead, he built trust, delivered on promises, and widened the circle of opportunity for others. He leaves behind a global legacy, an industry transformed, friendships cultivated across continents, and countless lives touched through acts of kindness and influence. Maurice Templesman is survived by his family and the remarkable legacy he built over nearly 8 decades. He will be missed deeply and remembered with admiration and love. Tributes to Maurice Templesman. Number 3. His presence transformed every project he touched, and his honesty both on and off screen will be remembered as a guiding light for future artists. With these moving words, the Spanish film community says farewell to Eusebio Poncela, who passed away peacefully at the age of 79. From an early theater debut in Madrid to defining moments on the big screen, Poncela's journey was one of fearless transformation. His role as José Sirgado in Arrebato left an enduring mark on Spain's countercultural cinema. Later, he captivated audiences as Pablo Quintero in Law of Desire, a powerful performance alongside Antonio Banderas. He was a master of complex emotion. In Carlos Deza from Los Gozos y las Sombras, or the troubled Ignacio in Martín, Hachi, Poncela brought depth and truth to each frame. No performance was the same, no character predictable. Those who worked with him often spoke of his quiet brilliance and deep integrity. In an industry defined by repetition, he remained original. He chose roles that unsettled, provoked, and moved people. He didn't just act, he revealed. But beyond the screen, Eusebio Poncela's impact was personal. He spoke openly about the highs and the lows, about addiction, about recovery, about standing firm in one's truth. His story gave hope. His courage, both artistic and human, lit the way for others to follow. After more than 5 decades of work in theater, film, and television, he received numerous accolades, including the Nacho Martinez Award, celebrating a life devoted to the craft. Despite his fame, he valued privacy. Friends remember him as thoughtful, kind, and fiercely intelligent. He gave the world his passion but stayed grounded in what mattered most: authenticity. His passing follows a brief illness, and while details remain private, the artistic world mourns a voice that will not be replaced. At 79, Eusebio Poncela leaves behind a body of work rich with emotion and courage. His influence endures not only in performances we'll revisit, but in the inspiration he gave to those coming after him. Tributes to Eusebio Poncela. Number 2, her joy was real, even on the hard days. A fellow survivor once said of Natasha Allen, "She made the struggle feel a little lighter for all of us." At just 28, Natasha passed away after a 5-year journey with stage 4 synovial sarcoma, a rare and aggressive cancer. Her passing followed complications related to the illness, but not before she built a community that stretched across the internet and deep into hearts around the world. Known to most as possibly Natasha, she used TikTok and Instagram not for likes but for life. With over 220,000 followers, Natasha brought truth and humor to cancer awareness. She pulled back the curtain on treatment, fear, and hope, telling stories in a way that made even strangers feel like close friends. Her videos weren't just for views, they were lifelines. Natasha's guidance reached other young patients struggling to find someone who truly understood. Her boldness in sharing side effects, her mental health, and her frustration with the medical system helped others feel seen and less alone. She wasn't afraid to laugh at the absurd bits, wig fails, clinic dance parties, and the quiet victories like a clean scan or a good meal, but she also used her following to organize fundraisers, promote research, and speak at events like the Vlad Awards, where her message resonated far beyond the world of social media. Born in New York, Natasha was the kind of person who gave more than she ever took. Even as her health declined, her energy remained unmatched. Friends, fans, and even strangers felt it. Her family remembers her as a beautiful soul full of love, kindness, and joy. Tributes have flooded social platforms since her passing, with many thanking Natasha for helping them find strength during treatment or grief. "She made cancer feel less lonely," one message read. "She gave me hope," said another. Natasha leaves behind a global support network she built from scratch, one that continues to uplift others. Donations in her memory are being directed to cancer research and support services, just as she would have wanted. Though her time was brief, Natasha Allen's courage lit a path that many will continue to walk. Tributes to Natasha Allen. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Let's talk about a story that's both surprising and a little inspiring. Austin Butler, the talented 34-year-old actor known for bringing Elvis Presley to life on screen, recently revealed something incredible about his resilience. During the whirlwind press tour for Dune Part 2 in South Korea, Austin started feeling a persistent pain in his foot. Like many of us, he brushed it off, thinking it was just nerves, or maybe a minor strain. But here's the twist. For 8 long months, he kept on working, limping through life and filming his latest movie, Caught Stealing, in New York City, unknowingly with a tiny piece of glass lodged in his foot the whole time. It was only after months of discomfort that a New York doctor finally discovered the culprit, a shard no bigger than a grain of rice. Through all the pain, Austin pushed forward, a testament to his dedication and positive spirit. He even found moments to laugh with his co-star Zoe Kravitz, bonding over both bruises and big laughs behind the scenes. Austin's experience reminds us that sometimes we all push through life's challenges with a little humor and a lot of heart. He'll be bringing that same energy to theaters August 29th, starring in Caught Stealing. No matter what bumps or glass shards are in the road, Austin Butler shows us the value of perseverance and laughter along the way. News 2. Let's take a moment to honor a beloved Hollywood icon, Bruce Willis, known and cherished by millions for his legendary roles and unmistakable charm. Now 69, Bruce is facing his toughest role yet, a journey with frontotemporal dementia. His wife, Emma Hemming Willis, recently opened up about how the family continues to find new ways to connect and care for him each day. Even as Bruce's ability to communicate fades, there's still a spark. Emma says he lights up when surrounded by loved ones. With gentle hugs, hand-holding, and smiles, the Willis family is reminding us all that love shines beyond words. Their devotion, especially Emma's as both wife and caregiver, inspires hope and strength in families facing similar challenges. Bruce's legacy isn't just the action heroes he played, it's the love he shares with his 5 daughters, his enduring spirit, and the simple reminders he lived by. Celebrate every moment. As the Willis family navigates this new chapter, let's remember Bruce not only for his unforgettable movies, but for the warmth, courage, and example he gives to us all. News 3. Let's pause for a moment to send good thoughts to Dylan Walsh, the talented 60-year-old actor known for his role on Nip Tuck, and his family, after a recent scare on the road in New Jersey. Authorities say Dylan was driving with his wife, their kids, and another adult when their SUV unexpectedly veered and crashed into two utility poles. Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt, which is such welcome news. Dylan's representatives have shared that the accident was caused by a sudden, serious medical event, a stroke, that struck while he was behind the wheel. While officers did find open beverage containers in the car, his blood alcohol level reportedly came in below the legal limit, and his rep emphasized that the day had been spent enjoying the beach with family. At times like this, it's a reminder of how precious life and family truly are. Here's wishing Dylan a steady recovery and gratitude that everyone is safe and together. As fans remember his wonderful performances, we're all rooting for brighter days ahead for Dylan and his loved ones. News 4. Imagine the joy of moving into your dream home only to discover it's making you sick. That's exactly what happened to homeowner Laurel Sage. After settling into her beautiful new place, Laurel began experiencing strange symptoms: persistent fatigue, constant sinus issues, and even memory problems. At first, doctors were puzzled, but Laurel soon uncovered the culprit: toxic mold hidden within her home's walls. This remarkable story has sparked a much-needed conversation about the importance of indoor air quality, especially for older adults who might be more susceptible to illnesses caused by mold. Laurel's determination not only led to her own recovery, but is now inspiring others across the country to look out for hidden dangers in their homes. Today, Laurel is dedicated to educating the community, helping folks recognize symptoms early, and making homes safer for everyone. Her journey is a heartfelt reminder to never ignore unusual changes in our health and to always listen to our bodies. Laurel's courage and advocacy will be remembered as a source of hope for so many. And thanks to her, countless families may find the answers they need to protect their own loved ones. News 5. Here's a story that reminds us all what it means to keep chasing your dreams, no matter what. Legendary rocker Jon Bon Jovi, yes, the 62-year-old frontman whose voice has inspired generations, recently opened up about his toughest battle yet, a major vocal cord surgery that left his singing future uncertain. After noticing changes in his voice, Jon learned that one of his vocal cords was weakened, making every performance a challenge and the thought of losing his voice deeply emotional. But Jon didn't give up. With the help of dedicated doctors in Philadelphia and tireless rehab efforts, he faced his surgery and the long months of recovery that followed. Through soul-searching, patience, and faith, he gradually found his voice again, both literally and figuratively. Jon even shared that his triumphant return to the studio, while emotional, was proof that sometimes the biggest hurdles bring the greatest rewards. Jon Bon Jovi is a shining example that no matter your age, it's never too late to face adversity with hope and determination. Fans everywhere continue to celebrate his unwavering spirit, knowing his music and his heart will keep inspiring for years to come. Hollywood icon Angela Bassett, now 67, is inspiring fans once again, not with a blockbuster performance, but through her thoughtful approach to health and well-being. Known for her powerful roles on screen, including her latest as Athena Grant on 911, Angela has opened up about how both her personal journey and her role as a first responder have truly shaped how she cares for herself. Angela admits that, like many of us, she didn't always prioritize her health, especially in her younger years. But watching loved ones struggle with serious health problems, including her late mother's battle with heart disease and her uncle's fight with type 2 diabetes, gave her a new perspective. She now views every healthy choice, whether it's getting more rest, enjoying nutritious food, or treating herself with compassion, as essential to living a vibrant, fulfilling life. Her message is simple but powerful. It's never too early or too late to put your well-being first. Angela's journey reminds us all to treat ourselves like VIPs and to prioritize our health, so we can enjoy more years full of energy and joy. What a wonderful legacy for this talented star. Her story is one of inspiration, self-care, and hope for everyone committed to living their best life at any age. Number 1. She made strength look beautiful, inside and out. That's how one friend described Christina Bittner, whose vibrant spirit left a mark far beyond the bodybuilding stage or the kitchen. Christina passed away at 41 after a sudden medical emergency, leaving behind a legacy of love, laughter, creativity, and resilience. Her life was a radiant blend of strength and sweetness, traits she shared generously with all who knew her. From San Antonio, she grew into a force in the fitness world, earning IFBB Women's Physique Pro status and placing among the top contenders in major competitions. But her audience extended well beyond judges and bodybuilding fans. Nearly 100,000 followers turned to her for daily inspiration, messages of grit, grace, and unstoppable energy. Equally gifted in artistry, Christina brought joy to thousands through her cake designs under the name Weights and Cakes, fusing her two passions with pure creativity. Each post, whether a fitness tip or a frosted masterpiece, reflected her joy-filled approach to life. She carried this joy into every role: mentor, mother, stepmom, wife, and friend. Married to Brent since 2018, Christina loved nothing more than her family. She poured her heart into raising her daughter Emily, alongside her 5 stepchildren, building a home grounded in faith, warmth, and laughter. As a mentor, Christina cheered others on with genuine kindness. She welcomed messages from aspiring athletes and bakers alike, always returning encouragement. "She showed me that muscles and compassion could go hand in hand," one young fan wrote. Her personality lit up every room, or every screen. She was spontaneous, vibrant, uplifting. Whether in competition or casually icing a cake, Christina drew people in with her energy, her readiness to laugh, and her open heart. Her loss is felt deeply. From the fitness stage to online communities and quiet kitchens, she never knew she inspired. But Christina's spirit lives on in the people she championed, the lives she helped transform, and the beauty she brought into the world. Tributes to Christina Bittner. The creativity and rigor of the LIGO experiment constitute a scientific triumph.